So rather than a normal rant, I will be reading a piece that I wrote as a Facebook post. I have some friends on Facebook who are wrestling fans, so I'll throw out, my thoughts from time to time. And this is after having left some comments on the YouTube video for Jim Cornette reviewing the Arcade Anarchy match on AEW. The funny thing with Jim Cornette and his army of not smart marks is they obviously don't get the joke when it comes to best friends or the indie wrestling culture in general. So they try to make fun of people who are obviously smarter than they are. That's literally it. The old trope of the dumbass bully who gets mad when you trick them into confusion. The Arcade Anarchy match had real devices and worked gimmicks that resembled devices which subsequently got smashed. And the only action among the real devices was by the guy who'd never in life or in kayfabe destroy a real classic arcade machine, meaning he threw his opponent through the rows and then used a chair and table as weapons about 20 feet away from the real classics. The esteemed Mr. Cornette and his dimwit minions also failed to recognize that the band whose song is now used as Orange Cassidy's intro music are themselves indie legends, like Orange Cassidy, who influenced a generation, that generation being the same one manipulated by Tyler Durden in Fight Club, which film used the exact same song for the end credits. And Orange's original theme, which was Jane by Jefferson Starship, was from Wet Hot American Summer, and Orange Cassidy's old bit on Chuck Taylor's Gentleman's Club series was movie reviews, with the joke being that he'd give a one-word review of any film with the exception of the Fast and Furious movies, especially Fast 5. His character and look are a parodic combination of a character from Wet Hot Summer and Ryan Gosling's character from Driver. He's a slacker idiot, but he's also a secret badass who's just quiet. In short, the best friend's gimmick is based on being lame, whether it's Sloth Pockets, Chuck the Botched Promo God, or Trent's mom giving rides in her van. This works because anyone who watches them enough will see true masters of their trade and comedic geniuses of the most sublime tier. This is the inside joke that Carney and friends don't understand, which makes them try to make fun of these very successful indie wrestlers. I think it's jealousy, and a not smart mark is basically just a mark. That's what I think. So, yeah, it was, of course, predictable what was going to happen. Haters going to hate, right? Cat Williams says, let them do their job. So that's what we do. But the source of their whole derision and naysaying of AEW comes down to the fact that AEW is not trying to be WCW Mark II. WCW failed. It was successful for a long time, then it failed. So it's also not WWE, and they're not really direct competition with WWE. And I mean, as far as the Wednesday night part goes, AEW won that war. So, what's the gripe? What is the issue or the thing that they just don't like? Well, I think the only thing that they really don't like is that this is not your generic Southern angry man thumping and shouting, turning tables over, which is the narrowly confined type of wrestling of a specific era in a specific region, and not the totality of professional wrestling, which has a lot of different styles to it. So, I mean, you basically got people who don't understand the joke getting upset at the people making the joke because they themselves don't understand the joke. And then their criticism is that this doesn't resemble that old thing that we used to watch that was basically the same thing over and over again. That's it.